This is a VFC Avalon. We've seen them before. There is meant to be nothing significant about this gun. Let me tell you a fucking story. This was brought to me because it's meant to be a DMR. I say meant to be because it's not a fucking DMR. This is not how it panned out. This is not how it turned out for me or the customer. Every time a VFC comes in, it's fussy. Sounds a bit odd. Normally gears are stripped or pistons are stripped. Not very accurate, misfeeding, very low powered. MOSFET fucking failed. MOSFET failed. That is standard. The MOSFET has failed. This seemed alright. It was noisy, it was screechy and grindy, but I didn't think anything of it. Because who cares, right? Someone sends you a gun, build me a DMR, we're going to take the bits out anyway. I don't care if it fucking plays the national anthem in farts. I don't care what it fucking sounds like. But, okay. As soon as I took it apart, I realised something was wrong. In fact, I noticed something fucking wrong the second I chronoed it. It was doing 348, 349. Hopping a 2.5. And I was like, right, okay. It doesn't hop anything more than a 2.5. But it's doing reasonable power, right? These fucking things don't come to the UK doing reasonable power. They come from the same couple of suppliers. There's only a couple of suppliers these motherfuckers come from, right? If you get the H&K markings, it comes from one supplier. If you get the ones that come with this stuff, it comes from a different supplier. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If you guys have seen this, let me know. I've yet to see a gun come from the factory, especially a VFC, where the wires are super glued in place and the bearing bushings are super glued in. I've yet to fucking see that, especially from a VFC. If you've seen it, let me know. I may or may not believe you, but at this point, I find that fucking iffy, right? So, there I am. I'm pissing around with the bloody thing, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. What am I going to fucking do with it? The plan was 24:1 gears and full steel rack piston, get a Titan or an Asta or a Warfet, depending on what I had in stock at the time, get it in there, DMR it, manually lock it as well as electronically, fucking sorted. It already had a max hop unit, all the bits and pieces were supplied by the customer, fucking wicked, great. But why is it so powerful? That's not how they come to us in the UK. You've heard me say it 1,000 times. These motherfuckers come in at like 260, maybe 270 feet per second with no hop. And when you set the hop, it drops to 230, 240. That's generally how they fucking come in, right? So I'm like, something's odd. I think someone's upgraded this already. If the shop's done that, good on them. Good on them. Well done. But what's the deal with the fucking super glue? What's the deal with it? I don't get it. I don't get it. So I start dicking around. I start fucking with it, right? First thing I noticed, that it's just uncontrollably grindy. And it's not just grindy and noisy, but it's fucking grindy and fucking noisy. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Now, I used to get hired by retailers to figure out what happened to the gun. Now, retailers don't make any money really on airsoft guns. They really don't. If you get one airsoft gun that fucks itself and goes back, to the shop, the retailer loses money. Now, a lot of times the customers fuck them up. A lot of times, little Tarquin's been bought this expensive gift by mummy and daddy because his sister's been given a pony, so he gets a nice airsoft gun so he can go kill the wildlife, or attempt to at least. And unfortunately, it was my job to figure out the timeline of what the fuck killed the gun. It's all detective work. If this problem's here, why did it get that problem? What happened, The piston's stripped. Why is the piston stripped but the gears are intact? Are the bushes intact? Yes. What's the spring like? It's fine. How's the grease? It's clean. So you go back through the timeline and you find out what's the quality of the hot rubber like? How high was the hot rubber turned on? Is the unloading rod or the de-jamming rod included in the box? Who knows? So you find back, there's no de-jamming rod. Okay. The hot rubber, it's still got a BB in the chamber. and the hop is all the way, and you go all the way through it, and you go, yep, little Tarquin son of a bitch has got a jam BB, and instead of taking the mag out, clearing it, as a retailer should, but normally doesn't explain, he's kept pulling the trigger. And he's fucked the piston. That's what's happened. This is one of many scenarios you go back through. This is what airsoft techs who work for retailers have to do. It's not just about building a fucking sweet gun for somebody, it's protecting the best interest of the retailer. And it's who fucked it up? Was it a little son of a bitch? Was it a fucking somebody else touching it? Was it fucked out the box? What happened? Who's at fault? Do we have to pay for a new gun? Now, 99% of the time, you ain't getting a fucking new gun. Someone's going to repair it for you. Yeah? You're going to get a repair, and you'll get it back. Read your fucking terms and conditions of the website, ask your retailers, you'll get a repair. That's what happens. Because their minimum wage motherfucker who sat there fixing the guns, that's what he's getting paid to do. Get it back working again to an acceptable standard, and then get it back to the customer. That's the job. Fast forward. I'm wondering what the fuck is going on, right? I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's something really fucking weird going on with this motherfucker. So I am confused and perplexed. I can't get 24-to-1 gears. Can't fucking find them anywhere at a decent price or with a brand that I trust. So I said, right, we're going to try and do this with 18s or 20s. And we'll try and DMR it. This is UK power. You know, these guns are designed to be 420, 430 anyway. That's their standard operating fucking FPS on .2s. So it's no big deal, but you'll get better results from a higher gear ratio. Well, I tried it with a set of 18s, and it stripped them. Stripped the fucking gears. I've never had a set of the advanced gears stripped before, ever. But you think, okay, well, I'll take it on the chin. I'll take it on the chin. This is why I charge slightly more than most people for the parts. I don't want to make just a couple of quid on the part. I need to make a bit more than that, because if the part breaks, I've got to replace it. So, you know, I'm not buying it in the fucking colossal bulk that other people are buying it. I'm using a lot of the same wholesalers, but I'm not getting it in that huge bulk with that huge discount. So I've got to be smart. Yeah? So, there I am, dicking around. It's noisy, dude. It's so noisy. And this is when I figure out that the bushings are glued in and the wires are glued in. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? It doesn't matter. I'm going to be putting solid bushings in anyway, because I'm going to be building a DMR. I don't want fucking bearing bushings. I don't trust them with DMR builds. I'd much rather have solid where possible. So, okay. Put the Aster in. Another gear shit itself. I think is what happened. I don't know if I didn't notice the gear had shit itself. All I know is the Aster was saying, sorry, cannot recognise the sector gear. Okay, this went on and fucking on and fucking on and fucking on. Cannot recognise the fucking sector gear. I've done everything. So I got a brand new Aster out and I put a completely different fucking Aster in it. Different Aster. Must be the problem. This one recognised the sector gear, but the gears are stripped. Right, okay. So 2 sets of gears have now gone. That's more than bad luck. Right? That's more than bad luck. This is now costing me money. So, not happy. Pissed off. Now, bear in mind that only a week and a half ago, my beautiful little baby girl Amber, my leopard gecko, who you might have seen in one of my videos a month or so back, whilst my wife was in Portugal, she managed to get out of her Viv. I don't know how, but our other animals got to her before I did, and that's that. That was causing me enough stress as it was. So I'm thinking, oh, I don't fucking need this. This is, God, it's been a day, a whole day. One complete fucking day. Day 2. I'm fucking around. I've now gone with a 32-to-1 gear set and a half steel rack piston. So the type, you know, with the big fucking gears that are really chunky, you've got to modify your gearbox, you know, and you've got to make sure you're using a different kind of piston so the gears can... Okay. Using that, still noisy. Just still uncontrollably noisy. Like, what the fuck kind of noisy? I've differentiated now that the bushings are sitting really fucking deep. Really deep in the gearbox. In fact, on this side here, one of the bushings was sticking out so far that it was pressing on the gearbox. and I couldn't get the pistol grip on. The original pistol grip for the VFC, I couldn't get it on the fucking gearbox. Why could I... What? And you go, shit, that bushing's sticking out that far, what the fuck? Fuck. Okay. Right. Weird. So, we decided to change out to an E&C gearbox casing. There's clearly issues with this one. And I noticed that the holes where the bushings sit are very shiny. Very shiny. But they're also uneven, like they've been filed out. And I thought, that's why I can't shim it. Because I think this has already been repaired once. All the pieces start falling together. It's got a bigger spring in it. The wires are glued in. And the bushings are also glued in. And they're sitting too deep. And even when I changed them over to solid steel bushings, sitting too deep. What the fuck? So I put some other bearing bushings in there. Really deep. Like these ones were sticking out so far, I couldn't believe it. So, new gearbox casing. I know an E&C gearbox casing would take all the ambi parts and everything that goes with the gearbox. So that's fine. I can do a VFC build like this on an E&C gearbox casing. It takes everything. It's going to be fine. There's currently an E&C gearbox casing sitting here right now. Everything should be fine with that. Let's bear in mind, once I built that gearbox, the only parts that were still VFC inside the gearbox were the tappet plate, the nozzle, the tappet plate spring, and possibly the spring on the anti-reversal. Because I had to change the anti-reversal because now I've moved up in the gear ratio and it was grabbing a little bit. Wasn't happy, so I had to change that as well. Whilst it was pistol, grip, motor, gearbox, flawless. Fucking beautiful. Sounds great. Finally, I'm nearly 2 days in and I'm getting somewhere. Thank Christ. Thank Christ. Modify spring goes in. M130. M130. 490 odd feet per second nearly. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. It's really not right. It must be the max hop unit. It's really good. I've now got an extended barrel on here. It must be that. The barrel's not here. Now the barrel's here. It must be that, surely. Okay. So, too much power. I set the hop for like a 0.32. Still too powerful. Okay, fuck. Bollocks. Shit. Fuck. New spring. Put a new spring in there. New spring. Sweet. Great. Noisy. Really fucking noisy. So much fucking noise. So much noise. And I'm like, Jesus fuck! Why the fuck is it so noisy? What the fuck is going on? Finally, I get it's quieting down. But I noticed that whilst the gearbox and the pistol grip and the motor are together, it's fine. I put it in the lower, fucking noise. So I managed to shim the pistol grip away from the lower. And I get it all together. It's going. Upper won't go on the lower. The upper won't go on the fucking lower. It won't fucking go on. Because of how I've shimmed the fucking gearbox up. So you've got to fucking start again. And you start thinking to yourself, oh, Jesus, am I going to do any more fucking VFC? Am I going to bother fucking touching these things? I'm certainly not doing a fucking DMR build with them. And your brain starts fucking doing things. You start getting pissed off and mad. Eventually, it's beautiful. Eventually, it's beautiful. Power, 420 to 425. Hopping a 0.32 and a 0.36, same power. But chronoing, about 420 on a 0.2. Great. So I pop the gearbox open to show the customer my work. Apologise, it's taken so long. That's when I notice the rear tooth, for a second time, a solid steel rack has snapped off at the back. And it's not like it's running high speed. It's a fucking DMR. And it's on 32:1 gears. It's really smooth. It's not jolting. It's not grabbing. There's no shitty AOE. There's no problem. It just did. And I had to sit there and figure out what the fuck I'm going to do. Here's the point of this video. This rant. Being an airsoft tech isn't a case of just building a gun for somebody, taking all the money and taking all the glory. Fucking far from it. Because now, this gun's cost me money. Even if I charge him, I've already told him I'm gonna hold, you know, I've got your MOSFET fitting fee, getting it all set up, done. And the hourly fee, I'm going to fucking stop that at 3 hours. The rest of it, I'm going to keep going for as long as it fucking takes. You are getting this gun that you wanted. But after about 12 hours, you realise he's not getting that fucking gun he wanted. He ain't getting it. What's worse, you know? Okay, so you're losing money. You're going to lose a couple of £100 on this gun that you could have been making. But you're also losing the money because you can't just take that Astra and stick at somebody else's gun because it's been used. You know? That's not right. The parts, you can't use those. And what, the fucking Astra that fucked itself? And the gears that have stripped and the pistons that have broke? And the rubbers you've gone through and... You know, you realise, wow, I'm in fucking deficit. I'm in fucking deficit on this one. Shit. And you start to contemplate. You start to think, fuck me, what... I still don't know what was causing that. I have no idea. But the customer, beautiful, blinding guy, said, do you know what? I think you're onto a lemon. Because he's been getting the updates from me. Oh boy, he's been getting fucking updates from me. He's been getting a lemon. He's been dealt it. He knows it. I've explained it. He's seen it. He's getting fucked. I'm getting fucked. And he said, do you know what? I still have to pay for your time. I was going, no. And he's like, well, keep it. Just keep the fucking thing. Keep it. And I said, no, because I know that I can build something out of this. I can still make you a good gun. And I don't know why I can't do what I've done so many times with the same fucking parts and the same fucking kind of gun. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But there is no way I'm going to take this fucking gun off you for free. I'm not going to let you pay me for nothing. So let me build you a gun. And I'll let you know the entire charge. But you do not have to pay me the hourly rate or the MOSFET fitting fee. Just pay me for the parts that end up in your gun. That was what I said. And he was like, no. Just, I said, well, fuck it. I'm already starting. I cannot have somebody walk away with nothing. You know? That's what everybody else fucking does. Retailers love that. They fucking love that shit. They're rubbing their little fucking hands together. They love it. That is not what I'm about. So now it's a matter of fucking principle. And in the space of 45 minutes, I just took random parts that I know and that I trust, and I thought, I'm building the best fucking battle rifle that I can for the guy. He's not going to get a DMR out of this, but he's going to get a damn fine fucking rifle. And in 45 minutes, I managed to fit a set of 12-to-1 gears, get the high torque motor in there, get the Asta going, and get some precog going, having it fire at around 350 feet per second, hopping a 0.3 on a 7.4 like butter. Like butter. Why didn't it do that with the rest of it? Why the fuck didn't it do that? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Why didn't it do that? That doesn't make a shit of sense. There is a big difference between being an airsoft tech and being a good airsoft tech and being a genuine human being. You've got to make money, that's why you're doing it. You can't just fucking lose money. Sometimes shit goes wrong, you can't control it. Shit just goes wrong. This never even started going right. From the time he bought it, it wasn't going right. It wasn't going right. And I felt bad because I made my promises to him. And it's not like I haven't worked on 1,000 VFCs. I don't know if they're just getting shit up. I don't know what it is. But this one was being a twat. Just a massive twat. So, out of pure anguish, I guess, I went, I'm putting parts in here I know are fucking great. You know, I knew that the parts were fine. I don't know why they wouldn't fucking mesh together. I don't know what it is. So right now, we've got a set of 12-to-1 ZCI gears. We've got the high torque motor. There's a good one. Got the gate Asta. Seamer piston. We've got an aluminium bearing piston head. Aluminium bearing spring guide. We've got the E&C gearbox casing. We've still got the original fucking VFC nozzle and tappet plate. They're still in there. And it's running a 7.4. And it's fucking beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Check this shit out. This is where your brain starts to play tricks on you. Why wouldn't it do this before? It doesn't make sense. The selectors are very tough on this because obviously none of this wants to go together. Here's a weird thing. The lower receiver is a different colour of, they say burnt bronze, it's gold, of gold to the upper receiver, which is a different colour to the rail. That's weird. I've not noticed it before. They might all be like that. I've just not noticed. What the fuck? First shot is normal. Now we're on pre-cock. 7.4, 2000 milliamp, 20C. That noise you can hear is the spring for this. It's fucking good. You'd never believe that I was doing fucking 350 feet per second. That's lovely. On a 7.4, amazing. Auto. Gorgeous. Fucking gorgeous. Why wouldn't it be a DMR? And you know what? I still don't fucking know. I still don't know. People have asked me what I had to do to become a tech. How do I become a tech? How do I do this? How do I do this? First things first, you've got to accept the fact that you are not as good as anybody else. Everybody else is better than you. Everybody. You will never be a master of everything. But you'll be, put enough time into it, you'll be rather good at a lot of things. I don't touch HPA. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. But I've also never tried to build an HPA platform. So I won't take on HPA guns. I've got the compressor, I've got the hoses. I just can't be asked. Gas blowback rifles. I'm pained to work on gas blowback rifles. I don't really want to, because a gas blowback rifle is something you have to love. You have to cherish it. You have to look after it in the same way Buffalo Bill looks after his little moths, right? You have to love it and take care of it and clean it and bathe it. Make sure it's fed. Tickle it on its gooch. You've got to make sure with a gas blowback rifle, this is what you do. You can't just pick it up and fucking use it all the time. It takes care, time and attention. Like a real rifle would. AEGs, you can kind of just pick them up and fucking use them. Even then, people don't fucking clean them properly. So, what I'm getting at is, sometimes shit doesn't go to plan. It doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work. And you don't know why it doesn't fucking work. And you might not ever know why it doesn't work. And I finished this this morning, basically. And it's still winding me up now, and it's fucking nearly midnight. This video is going to be put together in a few hours, and you'll see it in the morning. Hopefully early hours, Thursday morning, you'll see this shit, maybe Thursday lunchtime. I hope. So, now I need something to clear my fucking mind, because this was horrible. But you can't just do what everyone else does and take the gun and go, well, it's working now, put it in the fucking box and give it to the customer and let it shit itself. That's no good. That's no good for the customer, it's no good for the industry, it's no good for your fucking reputation. Alright? And I get given a lot of guns. Every time I finish a build, and I'm finally finished, I take it apart and check my work. I was ready to give this gun over to the customer and go, bang, it's done. If I hadn't have checked it, I'd never have known it had stripped that fucking gear. He'd have come over to collect it, or I'd have fucking sent it in the post, he'd have received it, fucked. Always go back in and check your work. And you can't fucking charge for that benefit either. You can't. So, with all that shit out the way, now I've had my rant about VFC, and before I get on to my next little task, which I'm doing for me, I'm doing it for fucking me, I still want to know why people are buying VFC. Because, like, I'm always bashing Nuprol because it's Nuprol, and as a full auto first gun blast the enemy kind of random skirmish gun, they're all right. But they're not good in any way. They're not good. You know, they're pretty fucking terrible. I'm getting more VFCs than ever before at the moment. I've got 2 more behind me. Just arrived. I'm going from work tonight. 2 more fucking VFCs. One's grinding. One has low power. It shouldn't take this much to make a fucking airsoft gun work. It really shouldn't. So, do with that information as you will. If you want to be an airsoft tech, if that's what you want to do, think about it. Alright? Because some days it will cost you money. Some days it will cost you money. This customer's been fucking blinding. He's been amazing, and he's gone, yep, I understand. I understand. He was going to give me that gun for nothing and just walk away. I wasn't going to have that. And I built him the best battle rifle I could. And because I had the confidence to do that, I had that working. Could it be that my fucking confidence just went fucking bang, gone, fucked, no more confidence, bye confidence, fuck off confidence, bye, bye. Because it wasn't working to start with very well. I don't know. I don't fucking know. So now I'm going to build a gun for me, because I've got an hour to spare. I can't start with a big job, I really can't. So I'm going to do a gun for me. That's what's going to happen. So let's move this out of the way. You've heard my rant. There's been some background music. You've heard my shit. Just bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. Maybe you'll learn something. Echo 1. Totally not JG. If you're going to do this mod, if you're going to do it, make sure you make an adapter you can charge with. I've had this one lying around for a while. And make sure when you're not using the battery, keep the terminals covered, for fuck's sake. Yep, that's the wrong fucking way around. Well done, Luke. You twat. So it seems this is a different version to the last one I worked on. It doesn't take the fucking batteries anymore. They've changed the design and you can't fucking put the battery in the front. You gormless fucks. My question now, where the shitting fuck am I going to put the battery? Because I ain't having a PEC box. Contemplated putting the battery in the mag, but it would piss me off that I could see it, and I'd much rather have mags. So, of course, you know, if I had a fucking real Tech 9 mag, that would be fucking awesome. But, yeah, quite hard to find a Tech 9 mag, especially in the UK. So, fuck that idea. The fact they painted the muzzles with the fucking barrel in, that really rubs my cunt the wrong way. They should have stuck with a version 3 gearbox. What are you trying to fucking do? What are you trying to fucking achieve by this? It was a fucking version 3 gearbox. Nothing wrong with a fucking version 3 gearbox. If I cared, I'd wire it for a Warfet, but I don't care. This could either make the piece, this could either be the final fucking touch, or it might render the gun completely unfucking usable, which is just my fucking luck at the moment, so... As a reminder, this is my gun, so I'll do with my gun what I fucking like. I'd take more time and consideration if this was a customer's gun. But it's not a customer's gun, this is my gun. And because it's my gun, I'm not going to pay any consideration. Brilliant. Not too bad, actually. Not too bad at all. I know that 11.1 will fit. 11.1 is going to go in this absolutely fine, but I've only wired up a 7.4 for this, and it's not like I'm going to fucking use it, is it? I just wanted it. So, offset for 0.25s. Oh, damn. Well, fuck. Being a good airsoft tech is not about making the best guns every single time. Being a good airsoft tech is about picking your battles. If I am not comfortable with the job, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. And I'm still umming and ahhing whether I will try to attempt anything spectacular with 32:1 gears inside of VFC anytime soon. There are a lot of good airsoft techs out there, but it takes a little bit more than just being a good airsoft tech and building great guns. You need to look after yourself, you need to look after your customer. Pick your fucking battles. Pick your fucking battles. I'm getting asked all the time, will you do me a Crytek high-speed build? No, I fucking won't. Will you do me a Crytek DMR? No, I fucking won't. No. No. Because I've got too much work on to consider long-winded, fucked up builds. It doesn't matter if the gun's good. It doesn't matter what the skills required are. It doesn't matter what level my skills are at. It's the time it takes to do the gun and whether I really fucking believe that gun is going to be of the best quality when I'm done. And with that, I'm off for a wank.